Close your eyes. Imagine Makkah centuries ago. The sun rises over the horizon, illuminating the Kaaba. People are gathering around, not seeking truth, but worshipping 360 idols. Each tribe has its own deity. Some bring food, some bring incense, some prostrate in the heat of the sun. And in the midst of all this stands the Prophet Muhammad _FDFA. His eyes take in the crowd. His heart aches. He watches people bow to lifeless statues, seeking help from creation instead of the Creator. And yet he remains patient, steadfast, trusting in Allah completely. Then the mocking words come. O Muhammad, tell us about your Allah. What is he made of? Who is his father? Who is his son? Can you hear it? The taunting tone, the disbelief in their voices. They expected hesitation, confusion. They expected the Prophet _FDFA to falter. But Allah had already revealed the answer, the perfect, eternal answer. Surah Al-Ikhlāṣ letter 1E63. 4 short verses, 4 lines. Yet within them lies the essence of pure monotheism, the clarity every human heart seeks about its Creator. Pause, reflect. In your life today, how often do you worship, pray, or seek guidance without fully knowing who you are addressing? Surah Al-Ikhlāṣ letter 1E63 answers that question directly and completely. Makkah at the time of revelation was a city of many gods. The streets were filled with idols, each with its own name, each with its own tribe. Some claimed that their gods had children. Others imagined divine ancestors. Families spent generations following these beliefs blindly. The Prophet stood firmly against this. He preached the worship of one true God, Allah letter 1E25 the One. One day some polytheists confronted him, loudly, mockingly. O Muhammad, describe your Allah. Who is his father? Who is his son? What is his lineage? They thought they had trapped him. They expected confusion, fear, hesitation. But Allah revealed 4 perfect verses to answer them, and to answer every question humanity would ever ask about Allah. Imagine the scene the next morning. The Prophet recites Surah Al-Ikhlāṣ letter 1E63 aloud. Those who mocked him the day before are silenced. Their laughter disappears. Their tongues are tied. 4 short verses, yet the weight of eternity rests in them. Pause, reflect. This is not just a chapter of the Qur'an. This is pure TAW letter 1E25 D, the essence of understanding Allah, distilled into 4 lines. Verse 1, Qul huwa Allahu ahad. Say He is Allah the One. 112:1. The surah begins with a command, Qul, say. This is not a whisper, it is not silent contemplation, it is a public proclamation, a bold declaration. And then comes Allah letter 1E25 the One, unique, indivisible, alone. Alone in His essence. Alone in His attributes. No equal, no partner, no peer. Pause. Imagine the universe. Stars, planets, mountains, rivers, people, everything comes in multiples. Yet Allah is unique in a way that nothing else can be. Rhetorical pause. When you say Allah, do you truly see Him as the unique one? Not like anything else in creation, not similar to anyone or anything, completely independent beyond comparison. Reflection exercise. Recite the verse slowly 3 times. Feel the uniqueness of Allah in your heart. Verse 2, ALLAHU, letter 1E63, letter 1E63 MD. Allah, the self-sufficient master, whom all creation needs, while he needs none. 112:2. The word as-Samad is one of the most profound names of Allah. It carries multiple layers of meaning. Absolute self-sufficiency, Allah needs nothing. No food, no rest, no help. The one whom everyone depends on. All creation turns to Him for sustenance, guidance, and mercy. Perfection and completeness, nothing is lacking in Him. No deficiency, no flaw. Eternal and everlasting. He has always existed and will always exist. Pause, reflect. Every day we depend on food, water, air, sleep, guidance. Everything in creation is dependent on something. But Allah, He depends on no one. He is the ultimate refuge, the one who can fulfill every need. Think deeply. When you face a problem, a hardship, a worry, where do you turn? Allah is the only source of true help. Story of a companion. One companion, Abu Hurairah, would recite as Samad slowly and reflect on it. He would say, I am dependent on Allah for everything, and He is enough for all my needs. Let this guide us today. Verse 3, Lam yalid wa lam yulad. He begets not, nor is he begotten. 112:3. This verse answers the mocking questions of the polytheists directly. He has no children. He was not born. Some claimed angels were Allah's daughters. Others said Jesus was God's son. This verse eliminates all such claims. Why is this so important? Because creation is limited. All things that are born or begotten are finite. Allah, however, is eternal, uncreated, and self-sufficient. Rhetorical pause. If Allah is complete and perfect, how could He be born? If He is the self-sufficient, why would He need children? Reflect deeply. The Creator is not like the created. He is above human concepts of lineage, family, or ancestry. Practical application. Every time we face peer pressure or societal expectations, remember, Allah is independent, complete, and sufficient. No one can replace Him in our lives. Verse 4, Walam yakan lahu kufuwan ahad. And there is none comparable unto Him. 112:4. The final verse leaves no room for doubt. Nothing in creation can match Allah. Not the strongest human. Not the richest king. Not the most beautiful angel. Even the mightiest dies. Even the wealthiest loses power. Allah is eternal, perfect, unmatched. No one equals Him in knowledge, wisdom, or attributes. Pause, reflect. Let this truth sink deep into your heart. Allah is incomparable. No one and nothing can resemble Him. Storytelling element. Imagine standing in the vast desert under a sky full of stars. Each star unique, yet they all pale in comparison to the majesty of Allah. Nothing matches Him. Nothing can. Now let us step back. Why does the Prophet say this surah equals 1/3 of the Qur'an? Because it teaches the essence of T-A-W letter 1E25 I macron D, knowing who Allah is, without understanding Allah. Worship is mechanical. Prayer is routine. Laws and guidance lack meaning. With understanding Allah, every act becomes meaningful worship. Faith is strengthened. Hearts align with truth. Pause, reflect, let each verse speak. Allah letter 1E25 the one, unique, indivisible. Az-Zamad, the self-sufficient, eternal refuge. Unbegotten, no children, no parents. Incomparable, none equals Him. Rhetorical question. How often do we act without reflecting on who Allah is? How often do we perform rituals without understanding the one we worship? Even today, people rely on charms, astrologers, spiritual healers, luck or fate. Surah Al-Ikhlāṣ macron letter 1E63 reminds us, only Allah fulfills needs. Recite it morning and evening. Reflect on its meaning. Teach it to your children. Let it purify faith and actions. Ask yourself, do I truly rely on Allah alone? Do I see Him as unique and incomparable? Do I worship anyone or anything besides Him? Reflective pause. Repeat the surah slowly, 3 times, focusing on the meaning of each word. Let it strengthen your T-A-W letter 1E25 I macron D. 4 verses, short in length, infinite in meaning. Absolute oneness. Perfect self-sufficiency. Eternal, uncreated, incomparable. Pure, heartfelt T-A-W letter 1E25 I macron D. Every time we recite, Qul huwa Allahu ahad, feel it in your heart. Know with certainty, He is Allah, the one, the eternal, the self-sufficient, the incomparable. Storytelling reflection. Imagine the Prophet FDFA reciting it to the mockers in Mecca. Their laughter vanished. Their confusion ended. 4 verses carried the weight of eternity. That is the power of pure T, a W letter 1E25 I Macron D. Pause, reflect. Let the truth of these words enter your heart. Let your faith grow. Let your reliance on Allah alone strengthen.